Welcome YouTube world, I'm that dude named Dave, and I'm back again with another reaction video. But before we get started here, let's just do the quick house cleaning. Click on like and subscribe and click on that bell notification below. Why? I need the YouTube algorithm. I'm a struggle streamer, part of the Struggle Stream Nation. So let me just give you guys a few seconds to help me out here, okay? There we go, it's a few seconds. That's all I wanted to give you guys here. So once again, I'm back with another Kevin Samuels video here. We're talking about modern women again. And so these are very, very good discussions here. So let's get to the clip here.
What's your disagreement?
My disagreement is just basically about the fact that Black women shouldn't have to feel obligated to smile to Black men. We're holding a lot of trauma. We're holding a lot of problems, mental health issues.
Hold on. How old are you?
24.
I'm gonna say this one more time. I need you to pay attention. I need all Black women to pay attention. The world does not owe you understanding or me understanding. If you have all this trauma, go seek professional help, because the rest.
Let me stop here. The common theme, not just with Kevin Samuels, but what I've been talking about recently, is that here in the Black community, we need to get help. We need to see therapists in trauma for the things that we have dealt with here. If we're saying that we're dealing with these things here, we need to get help for it. We just can't let it sit by the wayside here. So let's let Kevin cook here and let's get back to the clip.
The rest of us do not have to suffer you.
Okay, it's easy to tell Black women and Black people in the Black community to get help.
Whose responsibility is it to get the help they need?
But it's not available readily to our community.
That is bullshit.
With the wealth gap growing, how many people
whose
can
responsibility is it to get the mental health they need? Who?
It is ultimately the responsibility of us to get the mental health that we need. But I'm letting you know that
yes, she cannot say that the mental is not available. Now, if you want to make an argument that you may not have the money to pay for therapy, but there are free resources out there. If you go online and do a quick Google search, but there are tons of therapists out there depending on what your circumstance are. You're looking for a male therapist if you're a man. If you're a woman, you're looking for a female therapist. You're looking for a Black woman or a Black man, whatever the case may be. The doctors are there. So we can't say it's not available. Now, if you want to make a different idea about location but here's the thing though, like I said, you can go online, you don't gotta leave your house. There's certain thing that I can't say because the YouTube algorithm, that jab, has allowed everybody to be at home. Doctors are accessible online. So we can't say that here. Let's get back to the clip.
we are very underserved.
You can't make this stuff up. So you say we're underserved. You got to tell me that the therapists that already exist are overloaded. We don't go get help, man.
Right.
You just had a therapist on here before. I talked to psychiatrists, and first of all, understand who you're talking to. I know hundreds of. Anyway, what do Black people tend to deal with? How do Black women tend to deal with their mental health issues? With a licensed clinician or with Jesus?
That is what's pushed to us. And
I'm going to say Jesus for 200, Alex.
No.
From the age of you're little.
No, ma'am. I asked who. Let's see. I asked who they see. We're not gonna play. I'm not gonna play the lily pad game. Did they go to a clinician or did they go to the church?
The church most often.
All right, and these are educated. Most of these women are educated, and they've heard about therapy. They make the choice not to go. No different than, I'm gonna switch it up. No different than women understand and hear that being 200 pounds and 5 foot tall is unhealthy. But yet 80% of our women are overweight and 80% of that is obese. They know the truth. They choose to do something else.
The narrative pushed to us most often is that a guy wants a woman with a big ass. He wants, a thick lady.
Accountability is kryptonite to modern women. Ma'am, you say the traumas, if I accept them, then you got to do something about them. Because what about the traumas that the Black man has to deal with? but we still have to get out here.
Facts. Here, I mean, we got some pookies and rares here maybe complaining, but at the end of the day, we are men. So we can't just say, oh, we're not getting this, because you know what's going to happen with society? It's going to look and say, whatever, man, you got to do what you got to do. You got to pick up the pieces, bruh. You can't be sitting here on the wayside saying, woe is me, because no one cares about men. So that's why we always got to be able to pick ourselves up and keep it moving. Oh, boy, let's get back to the clip.
And be functioning people in society contributing. You don't get to walk around and say, have a special victim status.
I'm not saying we should have a special victim status, but our circumstance is different. We are women. We are less.
You're 24 years old. Is your circumstance harder or easier than your grandmother and your great grandmother?
Exponentially easier. We have access to information we didn't have.
Exponentially easier?
But you're handling it worse. Your grandmother and your great grandmother actually could work with a black man with more trauma.
Because they understood that the black woman and the black man are on the same side. Now that we're all free and independent and we could do whatever we want to,
screen is froze
why
up.
would we seek to, be one with the black man? We think that being...
Thank you. Clip it.
Yeah, you heard it there. You heard everything that she said there. Oh my God. Is there anything for me to repeat? Let's let Kevin cook. Back to the clip. This is horrible. Oh my God.
Slice it, put it on World Star. She said it, not me. Now that you're independent, you don't need to be with. There you go. There you go. And there you go, black man.
You're independent. You don't need us.
Finally got one to say it.
Build businesses with us.
Your grandmothers and your great grandmothers had more trauma and more stress and did it better. They have exponentially less and they're handling it worse. But it's because they're free and can do what the hell they want to. They'll need to be with you. So you don't need to feel any guilt for taking care of you, for putting yourself first and making your passion, your purpose, your priority. You don't need to feel guilty because this 24-year-old woman just said it. They don't feel any guilt.
Oh boy, I'm gonna stop the clip here. He had longer videos here, but ladies, modern women, can we make this make sense here? She went through this whole word scramble, and then it came to it that now that we're independent, we don't need you. She said out of her own mouth. Wow. And then the accountability factor. I'm going to keep saying this here. Black people, we need therapy. We need to get the work on ourselves before we can be in relationships with other people. How are we supposed to deal with other people if you ain't got yourself right? And then we want to go back to the idea about church we were saying earlier about what modern women are doing here. Are they talking to their friend, their sister, girlfriend, and talking to their pastor, or they're going to a licensed clinician? Faith without works is dead. You can pray all day long, people, but if you're not putting in the work, if you're not getting the help up here, it doesn't matter. You're still even at the same spot. Matter of fact, you're even worse, because when your head was healthy, at least it was able to process. You have to process the trauma and then move forward. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, man. So this is what Kevin Samuels deals here. So like, comment, subscribe, click on that bell notification below. Let me know what you think here. But until next time, I'm that dude named Dave, and I'm out of here.